in now, so it's going live.
You could have making it. I'm making it up. Okay.
Aryan.
Coach.
Hello, guys. How are you guys?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hello, coach.
Good.
Good afternoon, Coach Alistair.
How are you? Liam.
Fine, Coach.
Hello, coach.
Good. Yadav, how are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
Good. Aryan.
Hello, coach.
Josh and Kian, how are you?
Hello, coach.
Good, and you, sir?
Good. David, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you,
Sanka,
sir.
how are you?
Hello, coach. And thanks, and you.
Ronaldo.
Hello, coach.
And Murangi, how are you?
Good and you?
You early today, Murangi.
Yes.
That's good. Aryan,
Yes, coach.
have you got your notebook there?
Yes, coach.
Show me where you're writing yesterday.
You ready here?
Wait, I'm not seeing anything. Show me. Were you writing? I don't see any writing on it there. Is there any writing on that? Okay, you show me after the lesson what you're writing, your notes. I want to see them.
Where's your book?
Oh, no, dear. It's probably in there.
Okay, hi, boys. I hope you're all safe and we are ready for today's lesson. Are we ready?
Yes, coach.
Show me a thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up if you are ready. Did we all bring a pen like this in your notebook? Okay,
Yes,
boys,
coach.
we're gonna be writing. We're gonna be writing a lot of notes here. So every point that I will be saying, I want you to write it down. Okay. If you're left behind, make sure you raise your hand. Then I'll come back again. Okay. Okay, so we're still going to continue with our topic, statistics. And I'm going to continue where we left yesterday about teams statistics. So write down teams statistics. Write it down as your heading. Teams statistics. Okay, as a subtitle, write down run rate, R-U-N, run rate. Is a subtitle, write down run rate. Okay, what is the run rate? Who wants to try? What is the run rate? Okay, Leonardo.
Coach, I think a run rate is when you're running, it scores how many runs you have played.
Okay, Jeff, to you.
It's how many runs at average that you make every over.
Okay. Who else wants to try? Dashu.
It's how many runs at average that you make every over.
Okay, perfect. So write it down now. Run rate is the average number. Run rate is the average number of runs a betting side scores per over. Okay, I'll come again. Run rate is the average number of runs a betting side scores per over. Okay, so I'm going to give you a practical example. We are playing 5 overs, a 5 over match. Okay, then in those 5 over, we scored 20 runs. We scored 20 runs. What will be our run rate? What will be our run rate? Kim.
Coach, your run rate would be 4 runs, 4.0.
Okay, how did you get it?
Coach, it's 5 overs divided by 20 overs divided by
Is it 20
5.
overs or 20 runs?
20 runs, I mean, sorry, Coach, 20 runs divided by 5 overs equals 4 runs.
Okay, Josh and Kian.
Coach, we're gonna say the same thing.
Okay, so what you do, remember you played a 5 over match. You've got a total score of 20. Then how many overs did you face? 5 overs. You faced 5 overs. So you say the total number of runs that you scored divided by the total number of overs. So if, just in case you forget, write it down. Total number of overs. Sorry, total number of runs. It's total number of runs divided by total number of overs. So that's how you calculate your run rate. Okay, any questions before we move on? Leonardo?
Coach, can you repeat what you said, please?
Okay. In order for you to calculate the run rate, you have to, is the total number of runs divided, the total number of runs divided by total number of overs. So that will be your run rate. So what is the importance of a run rate when you're playing a match? What is the importance of a run rate? What is the importance of a run rate? Okay, Liam.
Coach, I think the importance of run rate is to tell how good the team is scoring and how fast they're scoring. And how fast they score.
Murangi. What is the importance of a run rate?
Coach, the importance is if they're scoring good, you know.
Okay, anyone wants to try again? Josh and Kian.
Coach, I think the importance of a run rate is for the team that is batting is that they can keep track of themselves when they're batting, so they know if they have to bat more quicker and change their strategy and stuff like that.
Okay, well done. Good explanation, yeah, Kian. Okay, the importance of a run rate. It keeps you track of your score and it provides you with the information that how you're gonna bet. So for example, we expected to score 3 runs in and over. Is there any need to rush? No, there will be no need to rush. Because you have given a guideline of scoring 3 runs in and over. So it helps you a lot on how you're gonna bet. But if the net runs requires 10 runs in and over, so which means the way that you are gonna bet when you needed 3 runs in and over, it's different with the way that you're gonna bet when you need 10 runs in and over. If you get it? So it gives you a guideline of what is required when you're betting. So now when you're chasing, remember the example of you've scored, the first team has scored 20 runs in and over. From 5, you scored 20 runs from 5 overs. So they needed a net run rate or a run rate of 4. So which means when you're betting now, there will be no need to rush going at 7 in and over. There will be no need to, and it also helps you not to be too slow. So you won't be able to go for 1 in and over. So it won't make you win in a match. So in run rate, another example, another point, write this down, a run rate. Write this down, a run rate. A run rate helps you to win a match. A run rate helps you to win a match by giving you a guideline. By giving you a guideline of how many runs required in and over. So that's how a run rate helps you. Okay, Mary.
Sir, can you please repeat that?
Okay, a run rate. A run rate, it helps you to win a match. A run rate, it helps you to win a match by giving you a guideline of the number of runs that you need or that you required to score per over. So that's how the run rate helps you. So we are moving on. Write down the subtitle: net run rate. Net run rate. NET. run rate. Net run rate. Okay, who wants to try? What is the net run rate? Who wants to try? Dashio. Switch on your mic, Dashio. Okay, Dashio, we can't hear you. I think you're.
Yeah, it's not working. He needs
Okay.
to get someone to help him at
Um,
home. Does you get someone to help you at home?
Leonardo.
Coach, what I think a net run rate is that you play in the net and you get a run rate in the net.
Yeah, okay. Who wants to try? Sanka. Sanka, switch on your mic.
Yeah, I
Switch on your
think
mic,
it's
Sanka.
average. So I think it's average runs made in the team. I switched it
Deft,
on.
you?
I think it's average runs made from the team.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, Dave, to you, can you try?
I think it's the average amount of runs that a team has to score that a team has to score each over.
Okay, I'm hearing some interesting answers here. Yeah, Dave?
So I think it's either the predicted run rate or it's the run rate that the team gets every match.
Okay, let's write this down before I explain. A net run rate is the average runs. A net run rate is the average runs per over that the team scores minus the average runs per over that is scored against them. Okay, I'll come again. The net run rate is the average runs per over that the team scores minus the average runs per over that the team that is scored against them. Okay, I'm going to explain that. Okay, Deftio.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you raise your hand?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
did you
sorry.
raise your hand?
Yeah, I left it
Okay.
up. Sorry.
So what it means when you're playing a match, you scored the betting side. The betting side, you betted, then you scored. You're scoring 2 runs in an over. Okay, you're scoring 2 runs in an over throughout the match. Then you come in, you bowl. Then the team that is betting, the team that you're bowling to, it scores 1 run per over. So the net run rate will be the average runs, the runs per over that you are getting minus the runs the team that you are playing with is score minus the runs that the team that you're playing with scored against you. That's your net run rate. Any questions? Dashio. Dashio. Switch on your mic. Okay, switch on your mic, Dashio. Okay, you're still breaking. Okay, I'm gonna give you. So now, this is how you calculate your net run rate. Okay, write it down, write it down. Calculating the net run rate. Match net run rate, write down match net run rate equals match run rate equals total runs scored. Match net run rate equals total runs scored divided by total overs faced. Minus total runs conceded divided by total overs bowled. I'll come again. Match net run rate equals total runs scored divided by total overs faced minus total runs conceded divided by total overs bowled. So that would be your match net run rate. Okay. So which situations do you use a match net run rate? Which situation do you use a match net run rate? Why do we use the match net run rate? Dave, to you.
So then the batsman from the other team will know how many more runs they need to get per over to win the match.
Okay, Dashu. Let's think, boys. Let's think. Dashu. Dashu, I still can't hear you. Okay, who wants to try again? Mary. Mary.
Yes, sir.
Can you please try? In which situation do we use the net run rate and why? Switch on the mic. Okay, Josh and Kian, is you waiting for Mary? Josh and Kian.
Coach, I think it's DRS. It's used for the DRS to determine the score if it's rained out.
Okay. Lastly, Murangi.
Coach, I think it's so the batsman knows. So how many overs he has faced, I think, and then how many balls left.
Okay. So a net run rate, this is how it helps you. When you're playing a match, when you're playing a tournament, in order for you to qualify to play into this, for example, you want to play the finals, there might be games that you draw. There might be games that you draw. And if you draw some of the matches and you end up having the same points with the other teams. So what happens now? In order for you to qualify to the next stage, they calculate what is called the net run rate, so that you can be able to qualify into the next round. If that is only if you share the same points. Okay. For example, you're playing a match KwaZulu-Natal tournament, a cricket tournament. Then in that tournament, there are 3 teams. So team number 1 is 2 points. Team number 2 is 3 points. Then another team is 2 points, team number 3. So what happens now? They only need 2 teams to qualify. Then then 2 teams at the same points, 2-2. Then another team, it has 3 points. So how are they going to determine which team is going to qualify? Another team that is going to qualify, Deftio.
The 2 with three equal points are going to they're going to play one. They're going to have a match playoff, and whoever wins will go into the next round.
Okay. Wants to try again, Dashu? Leonardo.
Coach, what I think is that the 3-point teams must go to the semifinals or quarterfinals, and the 2-point teams can't go, because if one 2-point team wins, then that equals 3 points for them, and the other team that has 3 points and loses still has 3 points. So how are we going to decide? So I'm guessing that the top people that has the most points in total, like the 3 points and 3 points, gets to go through.
Okay, so okay, we'll try it, everyone. So for example, remember there are 2 teams that is 2 points. Then there's 1 team that is 3 points. But they only need 2 teams to qualify, for example, for the finals. But there are 2 teams that share the same points. So what they do now is that those 2 teams that share the same points, they calculate the net run rate. Okay, the one that is more run rate than the other is the one that qualifies. Okay, so that's how they determine which team is going to proceed into the finals. Okay, so don't get confused whenever you get those situations whereby you share the same points, but you complain and say, how did they qualify? when we shared the same points. It's because of the net run rate. So it also helps you to be able to know where you stand and how you're gonna play. Okay, in order for you to win the tournament. Okay. So that's how you can be able to, that's how a net run rate helps you. Okay, any questions before I move? Okay, no questions. Great. Write down the subtitle, tournament net run rate. Tournament net run rate.
Leonardo's got a hand up. Do you have a hand up,
Leonardo?
Coach, why do they need a net run rate to show them how they qualify, Coach?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because there's
Okay.
other, like the averages they score, the most total runs they score, and stuff like that.
Okay. That's a good question, Leonardo. The reason why they need a net run rate is because it determines how many runs you were scoring per over against how many runs you were conceding. Okay, when you bowled. Okay, so the more your net run rate, okay, is the more that is the higher your net run rate, okay, is the higher your chances of qualifying. Okay, so this can only apply if you draw, if two teams has the same points. Okay, not just only two teams, if there are teams that share the same points. Okay, if they got the same points.
That why don't they just decide the most people with like 3 points? Because if there's 2 3 points and 2 2-point teams, then it's easy to decide who's going through. Is the 3-point teams.
Okay. Remember, the first thing they consider is the number of points. That's the first thing. The second thing they consider is your net run rate. Okay. Those are the rules. So that's how they can be able to determine it, not the average or not anything else. Okay. Did you get it, Leonardo?
Yes, Coach.
So the higher your net run rate is the higher your chances. Okay.
Yes, Coach.
Okay, so we move on. Let's write down the subtitle. Tournament net run rate. Tournament net run rate. Okay, once you try. Dashio. Switch on your mic, Dashio.
Coach, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, a tournament net run rate is basically the same as a net run rate, except at the end of the tournament, you take everyone's runs and you divide it by the people.
Oh, okay. Josh and Kian.
Coach, I think it's the same thing you explained to us about when the two teams share the net run rate, and then you have to see which one qualifies to the tournament finals.
Okay, let's write this down. Write down tournament net run rate. It's the total number of runs scored in all matches. Tournament net run rate is the total number of runs scored in all matches. Over total overs faced in all matches, or divided by total overs faced in all matches.
Coach, can you say the repeat again? Like,
Okay, tournament net run rate is equal to total runs scored in all matches. Divided by total overs faced in all matches. Minus total runs conceded in all matches.
Sir, please say it again.
Okay. Minus total runs conceded. Total runs conceded in all matches. Divided by total overs bowled in all matches. I'll come back again. Total net run rate equals total runs scored in all matches divided by total overs faced in all matches minus total runs conceded in all matches divided by total overs bowled in all matches. Okay, I'm going to explain this. So now, remember we talked about the issue of any tournament. Remember, there are some teams who can share the same points, who has the same points. So now what they do, remember we said another option to determine who's going to qualify to the next round is using the net run rate. So which means they calculate the total number of runs. So if you scored if you score 10 runs, the whole match, 10 runs in all the matches that you played, right? You divide it by the total overs that you faced. So which means if you faced 2 overs, then you scored 10 runs throughout the tournament, right? It gives you 5. So then they subtract it against the total runs that you conceded. So if you conceded 8 runs, for example, you've conceded 8 runs. You've conceded 8 runs, then you bowled again 2 overs. So which means it would be now 5 minus the total number of runs you consider. That's 8 divided by the total overs that you bowled. You bowled 2 overs. So which means 8 divided by 2, that's 4. So now 5 minus 4, that's 1. So that will be your tournament net run rate. Okay. So that's how you can be able to calculate your net run rate. Okay, I'm going to give you assignments, especially about this topic, so that you can be able to know how to calculate this. Okay, so I hope you are all writing each and every detail and all the formulas that I'm giving you to calculate these statistics, so that you can be able to use them when you do all those assignments. Okay. Any questions before we move on? Josh and Kian?
Coach, let's say it's a tournament final now and then you draw. How do you decide it's the winner?
Okay, good question.
Run rate. You don't understand. You need run
If
rate.
it's a tournament final, okay, what they usually do, it depends what kind of a tournament that you play. Most of the times when you play finals, they don't calculate, they don't concede net run rate. Okay, I will tell you why. That's why now, if a team draws, they've got what we call a super over. Show me a thumbs up if you've heard of that word, super over. When you draw, what happens? What happened in the World Cup, in the last World Cup, when England was playing against New Zealand? Remember the match, the final, England and New Zealand, they drew, and they had to play a super over to determine who was the winner. It's just like football. Okay, it's like you're given extra time. Okay, so now to answer your question, a net run rate, they can be able to do it before they go into playoffs. Before they go into playoffs. Okay, so that's how they can be able to consider the net run rate. Okay. Any questions? Okay, show me a thumbs up if you got it. Show me a thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up if you got it. Okay, well done. Okay, write down the subtitle, betting partnerships.
So can you say it again?
Betting partnerships. Betting partnerships. What is a betting partnership? Yeah, Duff.
So it's
After
how
yeah,
much
Duff,
runs.
Liam.
So it's how much runs a
Yes.
batting pair makes until one of the players goes out.
Okay, Murangi.
Coach, it's like if I say that if Sanko is batting with me, and we made a run together, and if we make lots of runs, it becomes a partnership, and it's in pairs, just like your dove said.
Okay. Okay, well done. So now, let's write down. So now I'm going to define what is a betting partnership. Let's write it down. A betting partnership is when a specific pair of batsmen bet together from the time the previous wicket fall until one of the batsmen get out or the inning is declared or closed before the wicket falls. I'll come back again. A betting partnership is when a specific pair of batsmen bet together from the time the previous wicket fell until one of the batsmen get out or the inning is declared or closed before the wicket falls. So that's how you can be able to define a betting partnership. This is the question. What is the first wicket partnership? What is the first wicket partnership? Liam?
Coach, I think it's the first wicket partnership.
Yadav?
So it's the amount of runs the opening pair makes together until one of them gets out.
Okay, so that's how you can be able to define the first wicket partnership. For example, Coach Ashlon and Coach Amos, they opened the betting together. I betted 1, then he betted 2. Then we make 10 runs before he gets out. So our first partnership will be 10 runs. Okay, so that will be the first wicket partnership. So what happens now? What happens now? When I was betting with Coach Amos, then Coach Ashlon, he gets hurt and he retires. How do you record? How do you record the partnership? How do you record the partnership? I got it when I opened with Coach Amos. Then during that time, we scored 10 runs. So how do you record it? I retired, then someone gets in. What would be the partnership? Let's think, boys. Who wants to try? Josh and Kian.
Coach, I think it will be 10 because then you went out because you retired because you got hurt, or unless during the game you come back and then you build a partnership on from there.
Never went out.
Okay, Murangi.
Coach, I think 10 as well.
10. Okay.
10.
I'm getting some interesting answers here. Who wants to try? Arian.
I also think 10, Coach.
Okay. I'm gonna add this. Then number 3 batsman, he comes in. Then he scores, he gets out. We score runs. We score 5 runs before he gets out. So what would be the total partnership there? That's the question. So now, remember partnership, they are defined if wickets fall. That's the first thing. If a wicket falls. So if I retire, does it mean that a wicket fell? No, it didn't fail. So now what happens is that those Coach Amos, Coach Ashlon, the 10 runs that he got, the 10 runs that we got for the team. Okay, if I retire now, those runs will be carried all the way to the next batsman. So if he scores 5 before he gets out, so what means that partnership will be 15 runs. Okay, because partnerships are defined if a wicket falls. Did we get it? So let's write it down so that we can remember. Partnerships. Let's write this down. Partnerships. Partnerships are defined by the fall of wickets. Partnerships are defined by the fall of wickets, not by batsmen. If a batsman retires hit, 3 different batsmen will contribute to the one partnership. If a batsman retires hit, 3 different batsmen will contribute to the one partnership. Okay, do we get it? Any questions? Any questions? Dashu?
Coach, what happens if a batsman, so if a batsman gets hurt with the number one batsman, and then he comes back at the end and that number one batsman is still in, does the partnership continue, or does it make a new one?
It makes a new one. That's a good question. So if I get hit, okay, then someone number 3 comes in, then he goes out. Then he goes out. That's when we create the first partnership. So that partnership will be Coach Ashlon, Coach Ashlon, Coach Amos, and the number 3 batsman. So they will score 15 runs. Then if I get better, then I'll come back again later. So what happens now is that I create another partnerships, because partnerships are defined by the 4 of wickets, not by the batsman. Okay. Did you get it?
Yes, coach.
So that's how you can be able to find it. So what is the importance of a partnership? What is the importance of your partnership when you're playing a match? Liam?
Coach, I think the point of partnership is that you can get more runs if you have a good partnership, especially in Test and ODI.
Okay, Leonardo.
I think the importance of your partnership is that you must still have it. If you don't have it, then you have to start a new one. But if you carry on and you don't go out, then that would be a lot more better. So you can gain the partnership for the rest of the innings.
Josh and Kian.
Coach, I think it's for a partnership is because so you can make more runs for your team because there's 2 of you, not just 1. And then those runs will add on to your team.
Okay, Josh, can you say something? We just call it today.
So I think the importance of a partnership is to build up pressure so you can build a good run rate for your team.
Okay, well done. Josh, that's a quite interesting point there. Okay, you talked about pressure. It builds up pressure. It builds up pressure. How does it build up pressure? Anyone wants to add on that? Murangi, how does it build up pressure to the bowling team?
Because if you make a partnership, it gives them more runs and it makes it harder for the bowler to get, what do you call it? To get wickets.
No, okay. Okay, good job. Dave, to you, how does it build pressure? Dave, to you?
When the batsmen stay in the crease, then they get used to everyone bowling to him. So then the batsman, the bowler, the other team get put pressure on and want to get them out by trying different people and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Another point that was said by Dave, the bowling team, they try to do different things. The more that you try, is the more mistakes that you make. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the partnership. That partnership is getting long. Okay, the bowlers are getting frustrated. The more they get frustrated, is the more mistakes that they make. So that's the importance of a partnership. It builds pressure. Okay. Have you ever heard of the saying, partnerships, they win matches? Okay, it's because of that. It builds up pressure to the bowlers. Okay. What about bowling partnerships? Who wants to explain bowling partnership? Leonardo. Who
Coach,
wants to
what I
explain bowling partnership?
What I think of a bowling partnership is that if the bowlers are taking wickets and it's over after over, then that I think is a bowling partnership, coach.
Okay, Murangi. After Murangi, Liam.
Sorry, coach, my hand was up from the last question.
Okay, Liam.
Coach, I think a good bowling partnership is actually when the bowler and the wicket keeper are working together to get the batsman out.
Okay. Sanka.
I think what a bowling partnership is when the wicket and the bowler gets tries to get out the batsman.
Okay, I'm hearing some interesting answers here. Okay, lastly, George and Kian. You want to try?
Coach, I think a bowling partnership is when two bowlers discuss a plan, and then the one bowler, for example, will bowl another ball, and then the other bowler will bowl a complete different ball to that, and then it'll put the batsman under pressure.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is your assignment. Explain. Write it down. Explain. Explain the importance of a bowling partnership. Explain the importance of a bowling partnership. And give one good example of an international bowling partnership. And give one good example of international bowling partnership. So that's going to be your assignment. Okay. So what we're going to do? I want you to write down that assignment. Then before we start tomorrow's topic, we're going to discuss about that. So research about it, understand it. Then tomorrow, each and every one of you will be explaining to us what you have researched about bowling partnership. Okay. So tomorrow, I don't want to see tomorrow. If you don't do my assignment, we're gonna do push-ups. Okay. You're gonna submit it by explaining to others. That's how you're gonna submit my assignment. Okay. Okay, well done. Good session. We covered a lot about cricket statistics. If you have something that you didn't understand, make sure you can always feel free to ask any of the coaches. Okay. Otherwise, well done. Good job, and stay safe. Okay. Any coach wants to add on something?
Yeah, nothing much, but the guys got to try and keep learning and understanding statistics better, because it does help them during games if they understand stats, if they understand partnerships, if they understand bowling, betting partnerships and stuff like that. So it's important that they must once in a while open their notebooks and go through that and read other books besides the notebook. It's important, guys, that you read books, cricket books. It's very important. Yes, if you can get a chance to be on YouTube and watch some of the matches that have been played and some of the things that people are saying about cricket, it's also a good thing, but reading, it's very important. All right. Thanks, Coach Ashlon. Really appreciate. And let's not forget the 4:30 exercise session. The numbers are getting better, but there are still people that are not attending. We're going to name and shame. Next practice, we'll name. So the guys that are coming for that lesson, make sure that you get ready in time. We don't want to say we're doing exercise, someone is busy playing with the camera, twisting it around and all that. No, do it early, 10 minutes before the session. All right, thanks, Coach Ashlon.
Okay, bye, boys.
Bye, coach.
Bye, coach.
Cheers,
Coach
guys,
Amos?
well done.
Coach
Well
Amos?
done.
Bye, coach.
Bye, bye, coach.
Bye, bye, well done.
Coach Amos?
Cheers, cheers, bye, well done all.
Coach Amos, I need to speak
Well
to you.
done, guys.
Coach Amos, I won't be.
Let me wait for Liam to come back.
Coach, I can't
Yes,
come to
Liam.
I can't come to the exercise, Coach. My body's taking a strain right now. My stomach hurts right now.
Why is your stomach hurting? Why is it
No,
hurting?
Coach, no, it's because of the exercises, Coach. They were giving me the strain. It's putting my stomach, my core. And my dad had to take a little rest.
That's
Liam.
okay. Okay, just
not joking.
make sure at times there is good pain when your muscles are not used to it. At times it can be good pain. So there's a fine line between you stopping now and coming back. It's gonna be sore again. Even
No,
the
Coach,
guys that
I
run
stay for
Comrades
today.
Marathon,
Only for
Comrades
today.
Marathon from Maritzburg to Durban, the body is painful. The guys that bowl in a test match, when you finish bowling in a test match, the body is painful. So it's up to you, just double check. Because those are baby exercises we're doing. Those cartoons, they do those exercises every day.
No, but Coach, I
So-
do special exercises to how strengthen my core for my physio.
Uh-huh. Okay, no, that's fine. That's not a problem. Just double check. If you can't, then we'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Bye, Coach. Bye,
Okay,
Coach.
cheers. Bye.